Merry meet and welcome to our stream. This is Ariel Gatoga, and this is a general reading for all signs for March 26th, 2023. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Rachel and the lovely Brandy, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, moderators. Thank you to everybody for joining us for this general reading. I'm reading with this fun deck by Fergus Hall called Tarot of the Witches. It was made for the 007 movie called Live and Let Die. This is the Verbena by Monotheme, and I'm going to use this instead of smudge today to purify the room. 3 sprays in a room is more than sufficient. You can find out information about how to purchase these products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. And like I said, this is a general reading for all signs for today, the 26th of March 2023. Going out to everybody, whether you're watching live or on a restream. It does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it, because it may not actually be your reading. In that case, you may want to check out the zodiacal readings for your individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, and all of those are available for restream on my website, arielscorner.com/zodiac. That's arielscorner.com with a hyphen /zodiac. We have a shop, and that's over at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. We have all kinds of merchandise listed there, including all the tarot decks that I read with, at least those that are still in print. And we make a small commission off of each and every sale. We do appreciate your support. I like to remind everybody that I don't read with card reversals, so don't be alarmed when you see me flipping those cards right side up. It's just my style of reading, and I really prefer it that way. If you are watching us on YouTube, please make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching us on Twitch, please make sure you follow us. And on Twitch, you can watch all of our videos without any ads if you subscribe to us. And I think that's just wonderful. All right, I'm going to shuffle about 3 more times, and then I think we can get going with your general reading for all signs. Just FYI, I should have told you at the beginning, if you're watching these on restreams, you can always skip over the shuffling if you don't want to watch me shuffle by looking at those timestamps in the YouTube video. We don't have them on Twitch. Sorry, if you're watching on Twitch, you'll have to just kind of find it yourself. All right, let's just give this a nice clean cut and see what's in the cards for everybody today. The 26th of March, 2023. We've got a Queen of Wands. We've got a 10 of Wands. And we've got a Justice card. Wow, this is nice. So the Queen of Wands, this has been a kind of a theme. The Queen of Wands, people really nurturing their passions. I think a lot of you are doing things like starting businesses and or I don't know, blogs. It just seems like a lot of creative energy going on lately. Now, for some of you, I think it's going back to school. Some of you are getting educations. I mean, it's just wonderful. The only thing that I want you to be careful of is to not overdo things. You know, there's this sense of overburden that is creeping in, and that's just a very typical ego maneuver, that if some is good, more is better, and that you better hurry up because you're running out of time, those kinds of things. Pile it on, pile it on, pile it on. And that actually is the ego's attempt to sabotage. So be aware of that. You don't want to sabotage your success by overdoing things, by burdening yourself. Now, this overburden card, this 10 of Wands, also warns, I don't like the word warn, it kind of encourages us, that's a better word, encourages us to not take on responsibilities that are not our own. And that can be something that we don't even realize we're doing until it's too, I don't know about too late, but until after we're burdened. But just realize that people's stuff is their stuff. And you can support people, you can want them to succeed, you can want them to have all of the good in life, but that doesn't mean that you do it for them. So be aware if you are noticing that you tend to sort of do for others what they don't want to do for themselves, that's a burden that you're starting to carry, and that it's time to lay that down as well. So wherever these burdens are originating, today's the day to lay them down. Now, this Justice card is a very interesting one right after that, because it's saying that this overburden is a way also of you delaying the divine restitution that is your birthright. There's been things in the past that maybe were taken from you, or that you lost, or that have been delayed, that have been held in trust for you, and that have been sort of gaining interest in the cosmic bank account. And this justice, this goddess of justice, wants to bring those things to you and to restore areas of your life back to luster that might have been compromised, and give you that restitution, give you that restoration. And if you're overburdening yourself, it's like you're saying, no, I can restore things myself. I don't need you. And you can't. You're not capable of doing what this divine justice can do. So if you can lay those burdens down, and you can allow yourself to sort of empty your mind and empty your emotions from the idea of, I know everything that I need to do in order to succeed, right? It's good that you've been nurturing these things, but you don't want to necessarily go off on tangents that are a time waster. And if you can allow that divine restitution to show itself and to let it appear in your life without interfering, it's going to kind of tweak things and change course a little bit, or for some of you, a lot of it, to make all of this work that you've been doing very, very profitable, very, very successful. Whereas if you're spinning your wheels and just working for work's sake, a lot of that is delayed. So allow yourself to just stop today. Today's a Sunday, so a lot of people might have a little downtime. If that's true for you, take advantage of that downtime to not do anything. Just don't do any of this work. Allow instead that divine justice to work through you, sort of behind the scenes, and to tweak things, and to pick up the slack, and to take care of a lot of these burdens for you that you weren't really meant to carry. Now, I do have a meditation based on this justice card that would be excellent today if you have time for it. And it's called Invoking the Goddess of Restitution. And you can find the link to all of my tarot meditations in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. You can also find those tarot meditations just by going to my website, ariels-corner.com, and clicking on where the meditations are in the menu. All right, let's open this up. Oh, Knight of Wands. Wow. It's been really a great... Oh my gosh. Nine of Cups. Oh, 10 of Cups. Excuse me. Ah, my goodness. And then this 8 of Swords. Okay. Whew, what a mixed bag. Mostly really, really good. It's just that... Okay, let's just take it one little thing at a time. This Knight of Wands is talking about how all of your work is not only going to pay off, but you are bringing help to you. You're bringing assistance your way. And that's why this burden is not good for you, because if you think that you have to do everything yourself, you're not even going to notice the assistance when it's there. So notice that the assistance is there, and use it. Be grateful and gracious, obviously, but use it. When people are there to help you, let them help you. They're not helping you because they're necessarily even being selfless, nor should they. They're helping you because it's good for them. It's good for them too. It's good for them to do what they have to do to help you. Everybody wins. So you're not taking advantage of people, by accepting the help that's being sent your way. You're actually doing everybody a service, including yourself, by letting go of the burden and allowing yourself to be assisted. And when you do that, look at this. You've got all of the quote good karma that's been piling up that we talked about earlier. It has no choice but to manifest for you. because you're not keeping it at bay anymore by overworking, by overdoing, by overburdening yourself. Now, sometimes these burdens aren't overwork. Sometimes these burdens are worries and fears and the, just that heavy feeling that so many of us walk around with just because this world is so heavy and scary. But if you can lay those down too, I know it sounds like it's going to be like this big process. You can just take, when you're burdened, just take like a ball or a like a tennis ball or a basketball or a yoga ball, and just really just sit there and experience, hold it in your hand and experience whatever it is that you're feeling burdened by, and drop it. And drop the ball. And just as you do that, feel like you're dropping those burdens, completely dropping them. You're disregarding them completely. You're not being irresponsible when you do that, because you're going to take care of the things that you're supposed to take care of. It's just going to be natural and normal, but you're not going to be doing it out of a sense of burden. Okay, so drop those burdens. And then also with this Eight of Swords, notice that if you don't drop those burdens, what they tend to do is they start to become obsessions. And you start obsessing over things, and you can't turn your mind off. Now, if you're noticing that you're doing that, that's a great time to use that off switch technique. That's what I do. And you can find that on my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search Gatoga off switch. It'll come right up. And if you use that technique just kind of very diligently, you can turn off those obsessive thoughts. Because again, what they're doing is they're there to block the broadcast of all of this restitution. They're there to block the realization of all of this wonderful manifestation that is your birthright and that you've been working so hard for. Why does that happen? Because that's what we've programmed our egos to do. That's our own self-destructive tendencies. And it's normal to have those. You don't feel bad about that. You inherited those when you became part of the human race. But you do have power over them. You do have power over them. And the power over them is the power to disregard them, to drop them, to not listen to them, and to call on a higher power. Now, for you, that higher power is this goddess of restitution, this divine justice that is really right there, waiting for you, because it can't, nothing that's divine can do for you what it cannot do through you. And it can't do it through you if you are preoccupied with obsessions and burdens. So if you learn how to drop those burdens and turn off those obsessions, even if only for a moment, it gives this restitution an entry point where it can come in and actually do its work, and to help you to realize all of those things that you've been working so diligently and hard for. So accepting the help, dropping the burdens, and turning off the obsessions will allow for the entry of that divine restitution, the realization of all of that good karma, if you will, the realization of all of that that happiness. This is a happy ending, this Ten of Cups, and it's wanting to be a happily ever after. And you can allow this happily ever after to happen if you learn how to drop the burdens as you notice them and turn off the obsessions when you notice them. And then all you're left with is this happiness, which is your birthright, and you've earned it, but you don't even need to earn it. That's just the universe's will for you, is that you be happy. And so all of that work that you've been doing is going to pay off, but you can be happy even if you hadn't worked. Even if you were a slacker, you have every right to be happy, okay? So turning off those burdens, turning off those obsessions, and allowing for that divine restoration. Go ahead and, if you have time, listen to that meditation on invoking the goddess of restitution. It's a good one for you today. All right, you're doing really well. You really are. Just don't think that you have to do it all. You have all kinds of help available, okay? And it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you a failure to accept help. It makes you very successful and very strong. So you're doing great. All right, I'm off tomorrow. We're all off tomorrow, and we'll see you on Tuesday for another general reading. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators today, Rachel, Brandy, and Dre. We had Rachel and Brandy on YouTube and Dre on Twitch. I'm sorry if I forgot to mention that. I had a wedding last night, so I had a margarita, and so I'm a little bit out of it today. Thank you so much again. We'll see you all tomorrow. Blessed be.